Hi guys, welcome to the Realm of Astrology. This is your daily horoscope for May 16th, 2021, which is a Sunday. Now, before I begin for Sunday, I just want to go over the week really quick because it's been an extremely important week astrologically. On Monday, Mercury and the North Node conjuncted, and if you've seen Monday's video, you know that meant our immediate environment, our job, our health, our diet, our routine, our mind, our siblings, our peer groups, our communication, our transportation, everything Mercury related fell into sync with our goal which is long term. That happened on Monday. On Tuesday, we had the new moon in Taurus, and this new moon was a positive beginning. It was a magical beginning, and it was a transformative new moon. Till June 10th, till we are in this lunar month, we will be focused on building our values, on our skills, on our finances, on maybe eating some good food and taking care of ourselves and being in nature. Then this week, the Sun and Neptune also sextiled, and that was extremely magical towards our identity because the Sun is our identity. And we also had Jupiter enter into the sign of Pisces on May 13th or May 14th, depending where you are in the world. And Jupiter changes signs every 1 year. The last time it was in the sign of Pisces was between 2010 and 2011. So we are seeing this energy after 12 years. And this is a big, big, big deal because Jupiter loves Pisces. Jupiter used to rule Pisces before Neptune was given the rulership of Pisces. So what this means is Jupiter functions extremely well when it's in Pisces. And depending on where Pisces is in your chart, you'll start to see gifts, blessings come into a certain area of your life that happened between 2010 and 2011. Okay? And so, like I said, it's been an extremely loaded week astrologically. It's been a big, big week with a new moon in Taurus, with Jupiter changing signs into Pisces. And now we are going to have an eclipse on May 26th, which we will talk about, but we are entering eclipse energy. So, with that brief background, let's get into today's horoscope. I'll keep it short. And for today, the moon is in the sign of Cancer. I like to put it on the chart so that you guys can see it. The moon is right here. It has been in Cancer for some time now. As you can see, it's hit 20 degrees, so it's almost finishing up in Cancer. Now, the moon changes signs every 2.5 days, and when it changes signs, the focus of our life shifts to that of the sign. So, for the past day and a half or so, since the moon has been in Cancer, we've been extremely focused on what? Taking care of ourselves, on self love, on nurturing ourselves, on nurturing our emotions, on going within. Okay? And the moon loves Cancer, it rules Cancer. So, we've been feeling nurtured, we've been nurturing ourselves. Okay, and we are going to be in this energy for another day or so. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now the moon here will make certain aspects that I would like to mention very quick. The first one of those aspects is a trine to Neptune. So let's see that. Sorry, I changed the days. Give me a moment. There. So at about 2 p.m. Pacific time, you can see it on the chart, the moon at 22 degrees of Cancer will trine Neptune. Trine is a 120-degree angle and it's considered positive in astrology. And the trine right now is between water elements. Cancer is a water sign and so is Pisces. And what is water? Water is our emotions. And a trine is positive, and Neptune can feel magical, and the moon is our emotional body. This can be a moment where we feel very magical emotionally. We may feel very, very magical. And I think we need this because Neptune did square the moon. Neptune has made aspects in the past 2 weeks that have made us feel stressed out. And now I feel with the trine, we're feeling positive emotionally today. It's a positive moment. And that happens at 2 p.m. Pacific time, okay? The next aspect the moon's going to make real quick is a opposition to Pluto. Okay, there. The moon's at 26 degrees of Cancer and it is opposing Pluto, making a 180-degree angle. When two energies oppose like this, we need to integrate them. In this case, the moon is our emotional body and Pluto is transformation, healing, catharsis. So we may need to heal. We may need to transform. We may need to destruct old emotional habits and construct new ones. Okay, and with an opposition, it does not always feel very easy. It requires action, it requires change. So, for a moment there at about 10 p.m. tonight, you may feel a little stressed out. You may feel like, hey, enough of this old emotional way of being, enough of this old pattern. I'm giving it up. I can't do this anymore. I need to change. So, that happens today. And since Pluto today is trining the sun, trining 120-degree angle, I believe this transformation that will happen to our emotions is positive for our identity because the sun is our identity and it's trining Pluto. Okay, so there's a lot of positivity here. There's a lot of positive transformation, positive healing, positive catharsis here. But for a moment there at 10 o'clock, it may feel a little difficult. But see, change always feels a little difficult and uncomfortable. But once you move past that, it's free flowing. And with the trine to the sun, that 120-degree angle, as you can see on the chart, the transformation is positive for us and our soul. Yeah. And what else is happening today? The next thing that's happening today that I'd like to mention is the Venus North Node conjunction. It's almost happened. It's not exact, but it's almost happened. And what does this conjunction mean? What is the North Node? North Node is where we are headed. Okay, and Venus is our love, relationships, business partnerships, skills, self-worth, values, finances, how we look, how we feel. Venus is a lot of things. And when these two meet up like this, the North Node energizes any planet it comes in contact with. And in this case, it's energizing Venus. It's energizing our love, relationships, business partnerships, finances, skills, values, self-worth, all Venus things. So those will be magnified. And I believe those will be positive. And I believe all Venus-related things that I mentioned will fall in sync with our long-term goals. They'll fall in sync. The way our immediate environment, our routine, our diet, our health, our siblings, our peer group, our mind fell in sync on Monday with our long-term goals when Mercury and North Node conjuncted. Similarly, this time our love partnerships, our business projects, our relationships, our values, our self-worth will fall in sync with the long-term goal. And you see this conjunction is in a trine. It's in a trine to Saturn. Trine. Long term. Saturn is long term. Saturn is hard work, it's discipline, but it is long term. Whatever is falling into place right now, whatever started falling into place on Monday, whatever you started with the new moon on Tuesday, whatever Jupiter is bringing for you with its entry into Pisces is for the long term. It's for the long term. Okay? And to sum up today, I would say it's a positive day. It's an extremely positive day. There might be moments of frustration, but overall it is positive and it's going to require us to transform in some ways. And we'll start to see our projects, our relationships, our business, our finances start to fall in line with our goals that are for the long run. And before I give you a background on what is happening with astrology for the past year or so, I would like to mention right now that we have We have Neptune in Pisces. It's been here since 2011, and now Jupiter has joined it. We have two heavy energies, both rulers of Pisces. Jupiter used to rule Pisces. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces in their home sign in Pisces right now. What this means is the Pisces energy is very magnified, extremely magnified. And what is Pisces energy? Pisces energy is all about the higher realm. It's spirituality. It's connecting with the divine. It's also drugs, depression, delusions, illusions, and lies. So, with so much energy in Pisces, I would um, recommend channeling it in the positive way through connecting with the higher realm, adopting a spiritual practice, because energy can be manifested both positively or negatively. The positive manifestation is what I just mentioned: spirituality, connecting with the divine, higher realm, the spiritual path. And the negative of that is deception, drugs, delusions, lies, addictions. So I just thought I'd mention that. And we have a lot of Pisces energy. Pisces is also go with the flow. So we may be forced to go with the flow. We may be forced to go with the flow. But overall, it's a positive day, and I'll just leave you with that. And I'm going to give you a brief background on what is happening in the astrology for the past year or so. If you've seen this before, you can turn the video off. If not, I urge you to watch to gain a little bit of context. So the first thing that I do like to talk about is the Uranus North Node semi-sextile, a 30-degree angle. And basically, this means that our goals are unconventional. We didn't expect our goals to be our goals, but it's turning out to be that way, and we will be in this energy for a little more time where our goals will even shock us. They have been shocking us. The next thing that I like to talk about is the North Node Chiron sextile, 60-degree angle. As we move towards our goals, we're going to heal our identity. These goals are unconventional because Uranus is here, but it's going to heal us, and it is healing us. Okay, and the next thing is the Chiron Uranus semi-sextile, 30-degree angle. We'll heal in unconventional ways. So that's also happening. And the next thing is the Saturn Chiron sextile. They've been sextiling since Feb, at least. And around then, we started to take a decision or build something that would heal our identity. And by the end of the year, that decision will be very tangible and concrete. Okay, and the next thing that I do like to talk about is what I call the theme of the year. Okay, so it's the Saturn Uranus square. The last time these planets squared was in the year 2000, so 21 years ago. And what happens when these planets square? Well, it's basically you have to get rid of the old and come into the new. Anything old thought patterns, old ways of being, old ways of thinking, old ways of living, it's not going to work. Not going to work. So it's coming into the new, and it's also about finding out who you are on the inside, your authentic self, because Uranus is you. It's your authentic self, not who you think you should be, but who you actually are. So this year, the energy is to find out who are you? What do you want? And this process of finding out who you are, becoming who you are, will not feel easy. It will require change, it will require action, it will require decisions. Why? Because they're in a square, 90-degree angle. Okay, and that's the theme of the year. And the next thing that I like to talk about is the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. They meet up once in 20 years. So the last time they met up was in the year 2000. And then they met up again in December of 2020. And they started a new magical cycle of 20 years. We've seen most of what the cycle will entail for us, but not completely. We still have till the end of the year to see what this cycle is all about. And we are going to lay the foundation for the next 20 years and the next 2 years. So this year, we're going to find out who we actually are. And by the next 2 years, we'll lay the foundation for the next 20 years. The next thing that I do like to talk about is the Pluto-Saturn conjunction. Now, these planets meet up once in 33 to 38 years. So they meet up very rarely. And the last time they met up was in the year 1982. So in Jan of 2020, they met up again. and ended the 1982 cycle. And in Jan of 2020, our material reality shifted completely in ways we've never seen before. And this cycle will stay with us till 2053. The cycle started with a lot of restrictions. I believe we are still facing a lot of restrictions. I do believe things will open up, but we are in that energy, an energy that changed our material reality completely. And the past is not coming back. And the last thing that I want to talk about are the nodes. The North Node is here and the South Node is here. They're in Gemini and Sagittarius. They were in the same placement between 2001 and 2003. So whatever things you started back then, you might be revisiting those, rebuilding those, resolving those, or closing those out. So that's all I leave you with. Do hit the subscribe button and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.